Alright, here we are with the day zero, our first whiteboard recap. And what I wanted to talk about today was product design. Now, not UI design or UX design, this is really designing a product to solve a solution. Our first crack at it was along the lines of a Yelp for SaaS model. And this is actually how I pitch OnCompare to people so they get it really quickly. They understand Yelp, reviews, recommendations, SaaS, lots of different services out there. I'd like to help compare and get the right solution for me. What if we merge the two worlds? Great in theory, but when we think about practice, the Yelp model doesn't lend itself very well to comparisons of software as a service. I don't know what a 4-star CRM is to you, and I don't want to read a lot of text that explains that. So we threw out that and then moved more towards a SaaS comparison engine where we could see head-to-head who's better. Who's better at price for email marketing? MailChimp, Constant Contact, Eye Contact, Vertical Response. Who's better at surveys? Who's better at A/B testing? And then when someone came to the site, we could then ask them what's most important to you, and then our base of user recommendations and comparisons would be able to tell us, okay, based on your needs, you need throttling and you need a very low price. These are the best solutions for you based on those comparisons. Problem with that is that we need a lot of comparisons to be able to provide that information to our users. So we really wanted to get away from this notion that we have to have a community to go build a community. We wanted to provide value from day zero, and a really great designer, Dan Worthington, kind of helped us understand that and how to codify that and build something really great from the beginning. So we've moved more towards a Kayak for SaaS model. This enables our users to tell us exactly what is important to them, and then based on our own internal metrics, we can make recommendations and comparisons for them. So how do we do that? Just like Kayak enables you to tweak the settings on what time you're going to land or what time you're going to leave or what connections you want to make and how many stops and layovers you have, we're going to have a bunch of different attributes for each category. So for the email service provider category, this is MailChimp, Constant Contact, we've got things like what's their support level? Who do they import contacts from? Do they have trigger campaigns, or do they support throttling or A/B testing? A number of different attributes, but we're going to self-select. We're going to select a subset of these that are most important to everybody and that almost any customer who's looking for an email service provider can understand. So price is going to be pertinent to everybody. Almost everybody's going to care about templates at some level. People are going to care about surveys and support. So we're going to have these mix of kind of basic and advanced attributes that the people can use to tweak and tell us what's important to them, and then we can go and reprioritize the list of software as a service that we're recommending to them. Alright, so that's that section of the whiteboard. Here you can see a prioritized list of the different attributes and components of the website. Here are the individual components we called out with names assigned to them. You'll see in a future recap that we've kind of thrown this entire thing away. We're not going to be doing this at all anymore. We're going to go with a more agile model, story-based. And then you can see here the different question types we have. So some of these questions about attributes are very simple to ask. How important is blank? How important are triggered campaigns to you? Some of them are more nuanced though, like price. Everyone's going to say lower price the better, but we need to be able to ask some other different types of kind of calculator-based questions to help generate the best price for that user. And then we're also going to have things like templates. Help us pick the best templates for you. That's not a how important is this necessarily. It's a here's a picture. Help us understand which picture most appeals to you and your business. All right, so here's the recap for day zero.